welcome to my journey and to a new series that I'm not sure how often I'll do, but that I've been having in the back of my mind for a long time. And I thought, well, today we'll get started. It is from this book here, Best Recipes from the backs of boxes, bottles, cans, and jars. And I had this back in the day, and this book was published in 1979, but this says this is the 1989 version. So still, old book with recipes that are older. This one is, I lost my page. Oh, Sweet and Smoky Oven Barbecue Chicken. And I want to read their little intro. This chicken recipe is still as great as it was in 1966 when it won top place at the Delmarva National Chicken Cooking Contest. The delicious flavor comes from a master blend glaze of ketchup, mustard, oil, vinegar, and maple syrup. Delicious. I can vouch. The smell coming from the oven is wonderful. And it cooks in 2 stages, but it's so simple that I knew I had to try it. And we love barbecue chicken, so we're giving it a try. But it's in the oven right now. I have already picked out some other recipes I want to try from this book. So I'm not sure, like I said, how often we'll do this, but I'll add it in my repertoire of already things that I'm doing. So that's all I know about this recipe. We'll turn around and get started cooking. First thing we need to do is get our chicken ready, and we just need to put it skin side up in a baking dish. Now, the recipe calls for a whole broiler fryer cut up, and you can get a whole hen and cut it up yourself, but I didn't have the inclination to do so. So I bought the parts, all except for the wings, and made my own cut up chicken. And that breast is so big, we don't need any more pieces than this. So this is enough for us and for him to have some to take to work. So let me set that aside. Now we need, not salt. Let me go ahead and get the pepper out of the way. Well, no, we need to do the onions first. Hold on. So we need 1 large, hold on. Okay. We need 1 large sliced onion, and it doesn't specify like how to slice it, so I'm just doing it this way. And then we just need to tuck it in and around the chicken. Now we need some pepper. I'm not going to use a lot because we're not big into pepper. And then hickory smoked salt. I went to the Spice and Tea Exchange. You can order it online because I looked. But we have a Spice and Tea Exchange here in town. And so I went, and that's where I got this. Now, I don't know. This is, if you can see, it's a pretty big grind, I guess you could say. And I think maybe I was supposed to get, let me try a different spoon. Maybe I was supposed to get a grinder and this be a refill. I'm not really sure. But you see how big it is? Can you tell? So I don't have a grinder, but I do have this mortar and pestle, which was sent to me by a dear sweet subscriber. You need a teaspoon of hickory smoked salt. And I'm going to guess, being as how this is barbecue, not to skimp on the hickory smoke, because I think it's probably going to make a difference in the flavor profile. So I just want to grind this up a little bit, make it a little bit more fine. See the difference? Yeah. Get that last little bit out of there. Now this goes in a 375 degree oven. This This comes out. This is just my little dish to put it in so you don't get burnt. Oh, let me look at the recipe. I don't forgot. 30 minutes. 375 uncovered for 30 minutes. I totally forgot before we salt and peppered it, we're supposed to pour water around it, a half a cup. So I'm going to do that now. I'm glad I caught it in time, because I just put it in there. Okay, there we go. While the chicken's cooking, we're going to start our barbecue sauce. So we have a half a cup of cooking oil. I'm using avocado. Use any kind of oil you want to use. So I have a half a cup already in here. And I need a half a cup of maple syrup. Not pancake syrup, maple syrup. And luckily I have some. So what I'm going to do is hold this up. Y'all can't see it. And since I have a half a cup, I'm just going to fill it to the 1 cup. That would be my half a cup of syrup. Okay, from there we need a 1/4 cup of vinegar, just apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of mustard, and a half a cup of ketchup. Now we're just going to whisk this together, and we'll have to whisk it again before we pour it over the chicken, because I'm sure the oil will separate. And I'm not going to taste it before I put it on the chicken. I'm just going to trust the process. I will say it smells really good. Okay, well that's all we have to do until the chicken is ready. Oops. It's been 30 minutes, and now all we need to do is pour our sauce over the top. I want to get them all covered. Okay, now it goes back in the oven, same temperature, for 30 minutes. Recipe says or until a fork comes out easily. I'm going to do until it's 165 degrees internally. Here is the final product after 30 minutes, and it is way above 165, but I think it's still going to be moist. I like how it's got a little brown on the skin, so I think the skin's going to be crispy, not flaccid. I'm going to take out a leg and let it cool enough to taste. If it tastes as good as it smells, we've got a hit. So hang on, next up I'll give you my verdict. This gets a definite thumbs up. I've already had my chicken leg, and I've got my thigh out cooling because it's super, super hot. I was afraid it wouldn't be flavorful, because every time I try to make chicken, the outside has flavor, but the inside doesn't. This had flavor all the way until you got to the bone. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to come on here and tell you anything that's not true. I want you to know. But would I make this again? Oh, absolutely. I wish the sauce was thicker so you could roll it around in it. I guess if you were so inclined, you could pour it into a pot, thicken it with some cornstarch, and then dip your chicken in it, which I think that would be a good idea. But I'm just not feeling it tonight. So anyway, this 1966 recipe is a winner in my book. And like I said, I would definitely make this again. So if you try it, I hope you like it. That will do it for me today. Not sure when you're seeing this, so see you when I see you.